As the seasons change and it gets colder, it's time for a snowy deck tech. We've got Isu the Abominable, a snowy deck tech. Welcome to this land of ice and snow. Isu the Abominable is 3 blue for a legendary snow creature Yeti. Allows you to look at the top card of your library at any time. You can play snow lands and cast snow spells from the top of your library. Whenever a snow permanent enters the battlefield under your control, you can pay Bant. If you do, put a +1/+1 counter on Isu. Let's see how to get this deck going. First up, the lands. And oh boy, we do have some powerful ones. First up, we've got Dark Depths. This legendary snow land enters with 10 ice counters. You can remove them for 3 mana. However, when the last one's removed, you get Merit Lage, the flying indestructible 2020 avatar. If you don't have time to remove the ice counters, just play Thespian Stage. It'll give you a Merit Lage very quickly. Also, we've got Faceless Haven. This is a snow land from Kaldheim. It can transform into a 4/3 creature. Scrying Sheets is also a snow land. It's going to allow you to look at the top card of your library, put snow cards into it. Mouth of Ronom, another snow land that can deal 4 damage to a creature. Then we've got the dual lands from Kaldheim. They have land types and they're snow lands. Can tutor them up. Then of course we're going to play the snow basics. We need as many snow permanents as possible in this deck. This deck does have green in it, so therefore we have access to some great ramp. First up, Into the North. This will let you tutor snow lands out of your deck and put them into play tapped, even those dual lands. Then of course, they're like Farseek, Nature's Lore, 3 visits, some powerful tutor effects for us. Cold Steel Heart, it's an artifact, that's also a snow permanent. Then we have Replicating Ring. This snow artifact can duplicate itself to give you 8 snow permanents. Rime Tender is going to allow you to untap another target snow permanent. Boreal Druid is a snow creature that taps for a mana. Then draw, we've got some icy, cold draw spells in this deck. Blessing of Frost is going to give counters to creatures and let you draw a ton of cards. Graven Lore is going to let you scry a ton and then draw 3. Frost Augur is going to let me look at the top card of my library and put it in my hand if it's snow. Ice Fang Quaddle, Flash Flying, enters the battlefield, draw a card, and has Death Touch if I have snow permanents. Orin Frostfang is going to give attacking creatures Death Touch, and whenever they connect, you draw a card. Orin Viper, another icy snake, is going to let you draw a card when it connects. Then for removal, we've got some snowy, ice-cold removal in this deck as well. First up, we have On Thin Ice. There's no bigger fear than falling through the ice, and for 1 white, you can take away a permanent. Galed Shackles is a conditional removal spell. It's like pacifism. And we have some pretty neat creatures for this deck that are also snow creatures, so we can get them right off the top. First up, Icebreaker Kraken. This is a brute of a Kraken. It can tap down your whole opponent's board. A Darkar Valkyrie is going to let you bring things back. Morite of the Frost can become anything that you control with counters on it. Abominable Tree Folk is as large as your snow permanent counts. Then Centaur Omen Reader is going to make your creature spells cost less to play. Conifer Worm is going to pump itself equal to the number of snow permanents we control. Diamond Fairy is going to pump all our snow creatures for 1 in a snow. Spirit of Aldergard is going to tutor a snow land out of our deck, and it gets +1 for each snow permanent we control, but we need good stuff in this deck. Snow stuff's cool and fits thematically, but we need some power. First up, I'm throwing Sylvan Library in here. It's going to allow you to arrange the top of your deck. And then Sensei's Divining Top, same thing. Arrange the top of your deck so we can cast those snow permanents off the top. Smothering Tithe, why wouldn't we put this in here? Treasures are never a bad thing. And then Esper Sentinel, we need some draw in this deck. And this is a nice little effect. Then we can also put Rhystic Study, the big boy. Let you draw a lot of cards. As the seasons change and it gets chilly outside, we need a deck for the season. And I think Isu's the perfect fit. Let me know in the comments below how you would build this deck, what cards you would add, and let me know when you're ready to see the next Icy Deck Tech.